Bringing Ricketts-Hagan on this, that in fact the former president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana, that's Mike Kofi Aflu, has petitioned the Ghana Revenue Authority to conduct a comprehensive tax audit into the finances of Cecilia Dapaah. That's another twist to this story and how things are unfolding. I've just got a copy of the petition from the petitioner himself, Mike Kofi Aflu, on this. You've been following this case. In fact, I know that it actually came up a few times in Parliament as well. Now the AG's advice, I'm sure you've seen the details of it, saying that, look, it might be a brother, a late brother, and so on. How does this strike you?
Thank you very much, and good morning, Alfred. And good morning. And good morning also to our viewers and the good people of Cape South. Alfred and I's constituency. Alfred, the more this matter, I'm not a lawyer, and neither am I a detective or an investigator. So I will let the law take its course wherever it ends up. But the more, since this issue came out, the more they try to spin it, the worse it gets. Yeah. And I thought somebody would see at this stage that, look, let's try and bring this matter to a halt.
Excellent.
Before it completely gets out of hand. From what lawyer is saying, if such issue took place in some court and lawyers advise her not to pursue it, and I can understand why it should not be pursued. At the end of the day, it makes all of us politicians look bad. That now nobody knows who has what in their houses in terms of monies, especially dollars, which we are now crying for. It just doesn't make sense any way you think of it. That somebody will have, whether it's $800,000 or it's $1 million, it's very close figures, will have it sitting in their houses or sitting in a house with some euro amount and some millions of Ghanaian cedis or thousands of Ghanaian cedis. Such money should be in a bank. This woman belonged to a government that not too long ago had a vice president, Dr. Baumia, trying to promote a cashless society. It looks like if she didn't get a message and decided to keep $1 million in a house when we are going cashless. And now it's become a brother. I mean, it doesn't matter what the brother was doing, whether he was an architect or a shoemaker or whatever. But what I want to understand is, was the money collected from the brother in cash? Or was the money in the bank that she went and basically took the money out? I mean, this shoemaker, understands that a professional
that's what a neighbor said.
had 800.
A shoemaker could survive.
Yeah, with her for safekeeping, or she got the money after she died. It just doesn't make sense. Look, this money did not come about in a legitimate way.
How do you know that?
Thank you.
Because first and foremost, such money should be in the bank.
If, who banks.
That's what I'm saying, that if it's a brother's money, not if you say no, it's not everyone who banks, I'll be shocked if you see that the part doesn't bank.
We are trying to
the question I'm trying to, or the reason I'm saying what I'm saying, is that the $800,000, just the stays $800,000.
No, the
which
800,
belongs
yes,
to the brother.
The brother, per their ages.
Was the money with the lady, Honorable Cecilia Dapaah, before the brother passed on, or it was after the brother had passed on that she went to collect the money from the brother's house? I presume the brother did not have any family of his own. Or Was it, let's say, insurance payment or some payment that she went and collect? That, Alfred, you're a banker. Even if it was paid to her, it will go into an account. So I just don't understand. She's not a market woman. I mean, you've thrown in another spin of being
Please, it's even
a
false.
cream.
It's
What
false.
shows
There's
it's false?
no
Are
record.
you with her all the
I don't
time?
even want to challenge that.
No, are you with her all the time? Why
But-
do you sit here and say it's
Okay,
false?
My issue is that why was such an amount sitting with a government appointee or a minister of state? She knows the implication. And for her to go to court on that matter even makes me probably understand why she wouldn't go to the bank. I mean, if she thought about the whole thing properly. It just doesn't make sense. And we should stop this kind of spinning and supporting things that are not defensible. We can't defend it. This money is an ill-gotten wealth. And that's why
you
it
can't-
didn't
you can't
get
say
to the
that.
bank.
Yeah, you are
That's
a
the
former
subject of
minister.
Because
investigation, is it
if
not?
you if you get
but you are going ahead of the investigation.
I'm not part of the investigation. I'm just sharing my opinion on the matter with you. If the investigation comes and prove otherwise, we will go with that. But the fact of the matter is, in the climate that we are in, where we have challenges in the economy, including exchange rate.
Yeah, but we need
Where
to put it
dollar-
on record that this is a
dollar has
subject
a-
of
yeah.
investigation. The source
Yes.
of the money is actually
Yes.
the subject of investigation.
I'm now
we
looking at
cannot-
it from an
we
economic-
cannot
from an
ascribe
economic
and
perspective.
support that position.
I'm
about
looking
this
at it
being
now from an
ill-gotten
economic
wealth.
perspective.
Okay, I just
that
wanted
with the
to make
challenges
clear.
that we have in the economy at the moment, with issue with the dollar and the CD and all that, where the Bank of Ghana is now selling, what Bank of Ghana is now using gold to purchase oil because they can't get enough dollars. Somebody had $1 million or 800,000 sitting in a house. What for? In cash. Look, we should not be spending and take things to legal angle and all that. This, look, I don't know, maybe I'm not allowed to say that. But this thing is becoming too much in this country. The level, I cannot, give any allegation of corruption or whatever. But why it's so suspicious? She couldn't go to bank, obviously, because questions will be asked as to why she's putting in that much money, especially if the money was not obtained in the right way. Then she decided to keep it at home. And then house helps are now flooding the foreign exchange market because of the money they've taken from people like, Madame Dapaah's house. It's sickening. and it doesn't look well on us politicians. And we should not be defending it. We should not. If you have a different opinion to this, and you want to give her the benefit of the doubt, let's not go endorsing this act as if there's some tangible explanation for what she has done. There isn't any. Pursuing a cashless society, one of the ministers who are advocating that we should go cashless, she wants to keep 1 million of her brother's or 800,000 of her brother's money in her house. It's simply not acceptable. And we should not be supporting things like that. Investigation should go on. I mean, I had the Attorney General's angle of things, about having to consult. Again, I'm not a lawyer, whether consultation should happen or not. I am talking about that money sitting in that house. That whichever way the money came by, whichever way it was acquired, it was not right simply for a minister of state to have that much cash sitting in a house. It's simply unacceptable. And she's not been able to come out to give any tangible explanation other than, communicators spinning from various angles as to the composition of this money, where it came from, and all of a sudden some shoemaker died leaving
Well,
$1 million.
we can't state.
Well, that's
whether
what they're saying.
It's a narrative you want to go with, but I mean,
I didn't say that. People have come out to
It's
say
a
that.
neighbors.
it's a narrative.
Well,
But I
neighbors.
just,
Yes, and it's
Who know the
I
brother?
just-
I'm sure
Well,
somebody
if
knew
you
the
make
And
the
so now
point
the wife
without
is even
the
suing,
occupation.
You know,
Yes,
now
I've
there's a
also
story that the wife says she's
Well,
I've
going
also
to
seen
court.
that.
If he had a wife, why will the 800,000 or $1 million sitting with the sister?
No, you know, sometimes men will hide money from wives.
So,
now
well,
she
I mean,
said about it. She said she's going
those
to
are
court.
other issues that will play out eventually.
Yeah.
But you see, there's another aspect of the, and where much people are coming to you on, and I just wanted to still make it
I just
a
wanted
point
to
that,
chip in on the
that
point.
the source of the money is a subject of investigation, so we can say it's ill-gotten wealth. I think you made that quite clear.
Yeah, well,
and so I just wanted to.
Yes, that is why
Yeah.
I wanted to come in there.
No, he can state his opinion.
So that's
No,
yes,
it's not a
that's
court of
exactly.
law.
Opinions,
No,
there are
yeah, it's
certain
not a court of
opinions
law.
that-
If he
So-
believes it's ill-gotten, he's entitled to say so. It's not in court
But it
yet.
is it's an issue that's subject for investigation.
Yes.
That the investigation that's ongoing. There's a part of the AG's report which the 8th and 9th. Let's put the 8th and 9th slide on the screen because lawyer, I want to
can
find
I
out
come in
something.
quickly
No,
before
I
that
just yes.
just to
Quickly.
yeah, you know, when you say that someone can't go to the bank because it's ill-gotten wealth, in that same instance, then the person wouldn't have gone to the court at all or report to the police, because if she knows she has to account for it and say that, listen, this money I didn't get it on the right footing, then why would she go to the police?
But you
That was a
you-
knee-jerk reaction.
No, it wasn't.
She
a
was
knee-jerk
hurting
reaction.
from the money she had lost.
It wasn't a knee-jerk reaction.
But, lawyer, but
so
you
can't
indicated
conclude in that.
that
Yeah.
She has probably
that
regretted
if
now.
she doesn't go with that said money to the bank, it also raises the suspicion of this being ill-gotten wealth.
Ill-gotten wealth, yeah.
Yes, if you don't go to the bank, I think that's something that you also made reference to.
No, I didn't
That
say
if
that.
you're keeping
I
this
said
much
that
money and
I-
you don't put it in
yes.
the bank and it is found, questions will be raised about how you got the money, right?
I was
And-
saying that if you have such amounts, the best thing and why I'm hurt about it is that she didn't send this money to the bank. As a banker, I feel that it helps us to also build our chest. And these are things that help us. But if you sit and you say that, oh, because it's ill-gotten wealth, so
Right.
she couldn't go to the bank. In that same instance, you can sit and say that if it's ill-gotten wealth, she will not go to the police.
let's
But she
go-
can
let's-
get other
let's-
ways of getting her monies back without going to the police.
The woman was
Let's take a look
hurting.
at
She
this.
has lost
lawyer,
money.
there's this
If you are
aspect,
even holding
there's this
someone's
aspect
money,
of the-
Ricketts, if you
let's-
give me
I
money
want
and
us
I'm
to round
holding it
up on
for you,
this.
someone
Dr.
steals it,
T.
I'll be
Champong
hurt.
and Professor Godfrey
Because you will
Popkin
think I have
will
stolen
be
your
joining
money.
us shortly. There's this other aspect of the AG's advice, and this is it, lawyer.